Hi, I'm Violet Cairo, President of Rotary Club Nairobi Muthaiga North. In Rotary, we have themes, and September's theme is education and literacy. Our goal in Rotary is to strengthen the capacity of the communities by supporting basic education and literacy, reducing gender disparity in education, and increasing adult literacy. Our club is keen on providing sustainable solutions through our projects. We have donated textbooks to various schools within the country. For example, Konza Secondary School. We also took sanitary pads. Reason being, the girls miss a lot of school over the year. So we found out that when we provide them sanitary pads for a full year, they're actually able to attend school for the full year without missing any classes. So that was great. We also provided Bibles for spiritual nourishment for the boys. Our ongoing plans include establishing container libraries. We realized when we took textbooks to the schools, they had no place to store them. So they were being stored in the headmaster's offices. And so the children didn't have full access to the books that were taken to the schools. We also want to create a book bank. So we thought about creating a book bank so that we can actually have old and new books being donated and magazines so that the children have an expanded experience of reading. We plan to donate books to children's homes and also to the children's wards in hospitals. Why the children's wards in hospitals? Some children are going through very, very long-term treatments, for example, cancer children. And a lot of the times you forget that they, apart from being treated and maybe socializing with each other, some children love to read. Another thing we'll be doing is having reading days. So for example, we'll go to a children's home one afternoon, we'll get a couple of Rotarians and just read for them. There's a very important part of learning that takes care of people living with disabilities. Those are what they call special needs children or adults. The learning process is through sign language, there's Braille, there's speech therapy, and there's picture language for nonverbals. When you talk about speech therapy, it's children who have difficulty in speaking or being verbal. And what the therapists normally do, which is really interesting, is they'll teach you, for example, if you have a nonverbal child, they teach you how to put a spoon in the child's mouth and depress the tongue. Then the child gets that sensation of rolling their mouth and actually begin to form words. When I was young, we used to go to the Kenya National Library every Saturday. That was the highlight of my week. I loved sitting and reading, and then after we spent like about an hour there, then we'd choose the book that I was going to go home with. And I would read it and relish it and know that I must finish it before Saturday, because again, I would be back at the library. My dad used to buy me books every Saturday. At the beginning, it was comics for girls. Then it became Enid Blyton's. And then as I became a teenager, it became Mills and Boons, for those who know what Mills and Boons are. And it was such an experience. I loved it so much. And that is the reason when I think about my past and I think about how I was brought up and I think about how I was encouraged to read, that's what we want to impact the children of this country, to teach them to read and widen their horizons. Children learn by example. In this time of COVID, when children are at home, it's a good time to take time to read with them. Take turns to read out loud. This improves their confidence and their speaking skills. You remember when our parents would tell us when we were growing up and we were going through school, the best gift they can give us is education. When you teach someone to read, they have that for a lifetime.